Okay, Rough Cuts. Hey, it's Adam Stanchek. I used to vlog and drive a lot, but I haven't done it as much lately. Now you see some professional driving vloggers have like a tripod built in their car. Okay, yeah, I don't need that. But at the same time, that means that there's probably going to be at least a few moments in this vlog where I'm talking and the camera's not pointing at my face. And you're just going to have to deal with that. I know you like looking at my face, but take a picture, it will last longer. Okay, so this week I'm going to be reviewing a movie that is called This Movie Is Not Yet Rated. And it's about how the Motion Picture Association of America sets ratings for movies. It's an interesting topic, and as the movie explains, the rating system is based on nothing, and it has a huge impact on how movies get exposure. Basically, it's like an anonymous group of people who decide based off of just their own, whatever they feel like it, what a movie should be rated. It's not like some law, it's not like the government says you have to have ratings on our movies. It's just like a board of people who are supposed to be like family-oriented people who have connections to the movie industry decide what a movie should be rated. And it's a really great documentary. I think it's interesting for anybody who likes movies, and you all like movies because you're watching this movie review channel. It's great. It's kind of like the side of movie development that we don't normally think of. And it shows a lot of instances where their judgment is skewed, and it shows how our system for rating is flawed. Now, when I used to work in a movie store, a lot of times parents would come in looking at movies and choose ratings because they thought that would be the best way to find out what's safe for their kids to watch. But I know firsthand that a lot of the times those ratings don't mean a lot. Sometimes you see something in a PG movie that you're like, that's kind of weird. Or sometimes you see something that's PG-13 and it's like, okay, I don't know if that content I want a kid to watch. But at the same time, sometimes there's stuff that's PG-13 or R, and you're like, that's actually pretty mild. The other thing interesting about this documentary is it kind of shows how the rating a movie gets has like a direct relation to how much money the movie can make and how much exposure the movie can get. And getting a bad rating on your movie can just crush it. If your movie is a superhero movie, the difference between PG-13 and R is, R is you have to be over 18 to be able to go and see it. So it's weird the kind of stuff that they might say like, oh, it's rated R. And a lot of movies go through revisions, and they have to come back and take stuff out and resubmit it for another thing. And this documentary I'm talking about shows how sometimes they don't even tell them specifically like what they rated it R for. So they're like, oh, nope, it's R, which instantly means that that kids can't go see it in the theater, and that means it's going to have lower box office numbers, and that means that it's going to not make as much money, and it's going to fail. Or not every R-rated movie fails, but it's going to be a lot harder to get it to a wider audience. But they won't tell them like, we made it R because of this scene. And but it's weird. So I recommend to check out the documentary. I think it's an interesting subject. I don't know who made the documentary. I'm driving, obviously. I can't have the internet in front of me. And I also don't know where you see it. I'll try to find links and give it to you. Come back next week, and I will still be driving on the same trip and recording on the same file, and talk about a movie that is mentioned in this movie and that was deeply impacted by the system. Also check out LD Blaney tomorrow, and check out everybody else on the Rough Cuts. And I will see you guys right now, because I'm still going to be recording. In fact, I should just stop mid-sentence and then continue on with the next